Oh. Why? Oh. Devastated. Bye. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a video that I am both very excited and pretty nervous to film, and it is destashing my foundations. So most of you, some of you might know that I've decided to go cruelty-free with my makeup, which means I need to get rid of the things that I have that are not cruelty-free. Sorry if you see me looking down here, Herbie is down here being a sweetheart. So I need to get rid of the things that are not cruelty-free. If you haven't seen that video, I will leave it a card up here for you. So what I need to do is go through my foundations and get rid of the ones that aren't cruelty-free. How many times can I say that? So I'm just going to get straight into it. I'm going to tell you whether I like them or I don't like them, whether they're cruelty-free or not. So if you are not doing cruelty-free, which is totally fine, like you might want to buy the foundations that I'm getting rid of, if that makes sense, because some of them I do absolutely love. So I'm sad to see them go. I guess I'm going to start off with the one that makes me the most sad. This is the MAC Face and Body Foundation. Now I know this foundation is not for everyone. I have combination to oily skin. It's more combination, I guess. Heavy. It's more combination, and this is my holy grail foundation. I love it, and MAC unfortunately is not a cruelty-free company. I am desperate to find a dupe for this. The Australis one, a lot of people say that that's a dupe, but it's not. Like, I think that foundation is terrible. So I'm devastated about this, but MAC, it has to go. I'm sorry. Luckily, I only have a little bit of this left because I have loved it so much. Another one that I'm really sad to get rid of is the CoverGirl Outlast Superstay Foundation. I love this foundation. This is hands down my favorite drugstore foundation ever, but unfortunately CoverGirl is not cruelty-free, so it is going. I'm in the shade 810, which I believe is the lightest shade, so if you're lighter than me, you won't find a color for this anyway, and it doesn't really go that dark, so if you're super dark, then you're not going to find a color either. So I guess that's a good reason to not like it. Another one of my favorites, and something that I can keep. Oh, this is the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. This is in the color Mount Blanc, and I adore this foundation. It is so full coverage, but you only need like a small amount, so it doesn't look super cakey and gross, and it stays on my skin really well. Like, it'll go through the whole day and it'll be fabulous, and I love this, and I'm so glad that I'm keeping it. Yay! Another one that I can keep is the Chi-Chi foundation. This is the Fabulous and Flawless foundation. This one was made before they changed the formula. So it might be getting a bit old, so maybe I shouldn't keep it, but I'm going to anyway. I quite like this. I don't love it, but I like it. It's quite light coverage, which I'm really into at the moment, but it is pretty yellow for my skin, which is not great. Again, this is in the color 1, so this is the lightest that it goes. If you're super pale, you're not going to get anything lighter. These foundations are weird, actually. It seems like they're all very similarly colored. Like, there's not a... It's weird. I don't know. Anyway, I'm pleased that I can keep this. I do like it, and I do wear it for work pretty often because it is so light coverage. L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Foundation. A lot of people rave about this and love it. L'Oreal is not cruelty-free, so I'll not be keeping this, and I actually don't really care. I didn't care for this foundation at all. This is the lightest color, and it is way too dark for me, which is ridiculous. This doesn't sit on my skin nicely, even though I'm oily and it's like a matte foundation. It just doesn't look good. It looks really chalky and gross, and I do not like it. Oh, Estee Lauder Double Wear. Now, this foundation is the lightest again, and it's way too dark for me, but I mix it with my Cover FX Custom Cover Drops, and I love it. It's so freaking full coverage. If I want to like have a flawless face, I use this, but Estee Lauder, not cruelty-free, so I'm not keeping it. I am sad about it, but I don't use it that often because it's pretty high maintenance to like make a foundation lighter. Like, come on, just be the right color in the beginning. But I am sad to see this one go. P.S. If you want to pump for your Estee Lauder foundation, the MAC Pro Longwear pumps, they go on it. Another L'Oreal, this is the original Infallible, and I do really like this. I wore the older version than this on my wedding day, and it was beautiful. But in the new reformulation, the colours don't go as light as they used to, and again, this one is too dark for me. But like, look how much I've used up. Not that much. So I'm pretty devo about that. But gotta go, sorry. Another L'Oreal. This is the True Match. This is the American one. I have found that the American ones run much more pink than the Australian ones. Apparently, in Australia, everyone's tan, so we all need yellow-based foundations, but not me. I'm freaking pink as. So I love the American formulations of things because they're always so pink, and I see American people complaining about that all the time, but I'm like, no, give it to me. It's fine. It's a good foundation. It's not my favorite. I definitely like the CoverGirl from the Drugstore much, much more. So, I mean, it's okay, but I'm not, like, devastated to let it go. Last one from L'Oreal. This is the True Match Lumi in the color N12. It's so freaking dark, I don't even get it. Like, why, L'Oreal? Why? 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 Anyway, not sad to see that go because it doesn't match me anyway. From Maybelline, I have this little stick foundation. It's the Fit Me stick foundation and it is in the colour 230, which obviously is not my colour. But I bought this to contour with and it wasn't even dark enough for that, so I never use it, so I don't care that I'm getting rid of it. Oh, Revlon. Revlon, Revlon, Revlon. I love Revlon foundation, especially the colour stays. But they're not cruelty-free and apparently the owner is a dick. So I'm not that sad to see it go. Sorry if you're a child and I just said dick twice. This is the Revlon Colour Stay Whipped Foundation and I really, really like this. This is in the colour 150 Buff. I haven't used half of it even though it looks like it, but it just like, it's all gone to the side because I keep it like sitting on its side. Anyway, this is a beautiful foundation. If you are oily and you don't mind about not buying cruelty-free, get this. It is so freaking good. I prefer this one to the original Colour Stay, which I am also getting rid of. This is in the colour Buff as well. I do really, really like this, but I think this one's better. Two of the Rimmel Match Perfection foundations. This is the new formula and it is in the colour 010, why don't they just write 10? Light Porcelain. This is the old formula and it's in the colour 100 Ivory. Ivory matches me much better and Porcelain's actually a little bit too light, which is amazing. I was like, yes, thank you. Neither of these are cruelty-free, obviously, but I love this foundation. This would be my second favourite foundation from the Drugstore if you don't want hectic full coverage. If you want hectic full coverage, then like it's all about the Colour Stay. But if you want something a bit more natural, then this is so good. But I'm not sure that the new formula is as good. The new formula is fine, but it's not as good as the old formula. So that's a bit sad. But anyway, if you are interested, this is like fab. So I'm pretty much getting rid of everything I own. That's really depressing. This is the Revlon Nearly Naked, what's it called? Mineral powder, loose powder. It's a loose powder. I didn't like it anyway, so not sad to see that go. Yay, things that I get to keep. I only recently got this. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay BB Cream. This is in the colour Fair. It is very light, but I really, really like it. It's possibly a smidge too light for me, but I don't care. It's freaking beautiful. It's really lightweight, and it gives like, for me, it gives enough coverage in the places that I'm not going to add a little bit of concealer anyway. So I'm always going to add a little bit of concealer under my eyes and on my chin. And everywhere else, this gives enough coverage for me. Like, I just don't feel like I need more at the moment. Oh, another love. I've had this one for a while. This is the NARS Sheer Glow, also in Mount Blanc. And I really, really like this. This, like, if I don't know, I feel like this is a foundation that I wear if I'm going out and I just want to look freaking beautiful in photos. But I don't wear it if I'm going to be out for like 10 hours because it doesn't last that long. If I'm going to be out for ages, I just go with the All Day Luminous Weightless one instead. But I do really, really like this. Definitely recommend. Even though it says Sheer Glow, it's not sheer or glowy. So if you have oily skin, I recommend. I just recently purchased the Chi-Chi CC cream because Chi-Chi is pretty great. Like, I really like their face stuff. So I'm obviously not going to throw this away because it's still in the packet. A lot of people talk about the BB cream, but I decided to get the CC cream just because the lightest colour in the CC cream is a bit lighter than the lightest colour in the BB cream, and the BB cream one was just like a little bit too dark for me. Probably could have gotten away with it, but I didn't really want to risk it. This looked beautiful when I put it on my wrist, so I'm hoping on my face it would look awesome too. And my last foundation isn't really a foundation, but is the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops. These are in the colour N10, which is too light for me, but I use this to lighten up foundations that are too dark for me. So I really, really like this. Cover FX is also cruelty-free, so that is a winner. Oh no, that wasn't the last one. The last one is my Tarte Water Foundation, which I forgot about because I am wearing it and it was just like sitting there on my desk. Anyway, Tarte is cruelty-free and this foundation is freaking amazing. I've been using it ever since I got it, like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago, and I am in love. Like, I cannot stop using this. I thought it was going to be maybe a dupe for my MAC face and body. It's not, devastatingly, but it is really beautiful regardless. So these are the foundations that I'm keeping. How sad. Oh, plus my CC cream, which is not in there. But this basket used to be chock-a-block full of foundations. I had 19 foundations. What? Oh, no, 20, including this. And I'm only keeping 7. Even 7, like, is that too many? That's a lot. So, devastated, but feeling good. I'm feeling like I'm cleansing. I am quickly going to destash my concealers now as well because I don't have nearly as many and they all kind of fit into the same category. Absolutely devastated to be getting rid of my Maybelline Age Rewind concealers. These are I think these are the best concealer. Like, I've never used a concealer that is better than these. Like, any concealer ever. So I pretty much want to cry because of this. Like, why, Maybelline, can you just make yourselves cruelty-free? That'd be great. Thanks. That'd be so good. Getting rid of 2 MAC Pro Longwear concealers. This is in NW20 and this is in NW15. I like these, but they make my under eyes like really super dry and kind of yuck. So I'm not that into them, so I'm not like that sad. The only thing that makes me sad is that they were super expensive. Thankfully, this one is pretty much used up, but this one's like only halfway done. So that's sad. This will be going to a friend. Last one from MAC. This is the Matchmaster concealer, and it's like a cream concealer, and I really, really like this. Thankfully, I've used more than half, so it's okay. But yeah, I just love like really creamy moisturizing concealers, and this like did it for my under eyes. It was great. Not as good as the Maybelline, but really, really nice. So bye. 3 Maybelline Fit Me concealers. This one I use for contouring and these 2 I use just for concealing. These are good. They are good. They're not my favorite, but they're good. They're all quite yellow, so they don't look the best on me, but I do like them. Like, the consistency is beautiful. Like, if you're looking for a drugstore concealer, I do like these. I prefer these actually for spot concealing than like my Maybelline Age Rewind. I feel like that's really more brightening and this is just like concealery. NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is in vanilla and I'm keeping this, and I love this concealer. It is beautiful, but it's freaking expensive, which is annoying. But I heard that if you rip out the little cap at the top, you get like another 2 weeks use out of it or something. And I did that with my teeth because that was the only way I could get it out. And I have been getting more out of this, so that's good. But I do love this, but I think next I'm going to try the Urban Decay one. I always seem to run out of this so fast. Like, I don't feel like I use that much concealer, but it just goes fast. Like, it's sad. Nude sticks. I have a love-hate relationship with these. When my skin is super oily and like hydrated, they're beautiful. When my skin is a bit drier, which happens pretty often under my eyes and like on my cheeks, they suck. So yeah, I like them and I will obviously continue to use them because they're like the only concealers that I get to keep. But yeah, they're not my favorites. I wouldn't necessarily recommend these first if I was recommending concealers to you guys. This contour one is quite good, but it's a little orange on me. If you are more like yellow based, it probably would look fantastic, and they do blend out really beautiful like for contour, and that is nice. So keep that in mind. Last one is another newie. This is by The Balm. This is the Time Balm concealer, and it's kind of like in a pot, and it's quite thick. So I'm hoping that I can use my NARS one under my eyes where my skin is like thin and kind of like dry, and then I can use this to spot conceal everywhere else, and then I'll be able to save the NARS one a little. But I will let you guys know how this goes once I have used it. That is everything, you guys. Oh my gosh, I had so much freaking stuff. off. I'm a crazy person. I can't believe how much stuff I have to get rid of, but I mean, I guess it's good to do out a little clean out, and I've got so much foundation that I cannot use them all up before like the expiry dates go anyway, so I would rather see these go to someone who will use them, who will love them for who they are. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you later. Bye!